Okay, so this is our camping setup. And the front seat, we just have some stuff. I put my backpack up here, and that's a trash bag. This is just our emergency collapsible sink, which we probably won't need because if you look out there, not far from us, there's a trash can, a wash station, and porta potties at the Dunn's Creek State Park. So back to our seats here. We just have stuff. It's not really, it's just stuff, you know. Right here in our, what do you call this middle compartment thing? It has a pull-out drawer and it has two more water things. So we put our beverages right there, our beverage bottles, and then we can reach them from the bed. Okay, we've got a trash can right there in between, right behind the two seats. And then moving to the back area, this is our bed setup. Now I made curtains. I made these wonderful curtains that close and give us privacy. And I just used regular old curtain rods, and I smashed the end of the curtain rod, and I put duct tape on it so that it wouldn't puncture the air bag in there. And so I wrapped it up real good with duct tape. This is our bed, and I bought a plastic mattress specifically for a minivan on the Amazon, and I have a link below where you can order one for yourself. We tried the single mattresses from like Walmart, and they were just way too thick, and we got the self pump. This one is not a self pump, which we do like, but the one that we have now, the one that blows this up, you just plug it into the cigarette lighter, and you know, it's you can pump up both sides or one side and just use one side. It's very flexible. Like I said, I'll put the link in there below in the description. So I've got my curtains that I made all the way around, including here. I have privacy curtains right here that will close off the whole front area from our seats here. And then looking back, we could lay with our heads that direction or this direction. We actually have plenty of room down here, but I put extra stuff underneath here. I got a sleeping bag under here and a couple of ottomans, just because that's where I'm storing them right now. I can take them out, use them in the tent. I could take the sleeping bag out if we get cold, or use it in the tent. This blanket is so plush though. I love it. And for the weather we're having right now, it's so perfect. I don't think I'm gonna need the sleeping bag, but this is our sleeping setup. And we have plenty of storage underneath because I made this bed platform out of shelving, you know, just shelving units. And I used two of the shelving units, put them together, and made the frame for this. And they push right up against the back, the third row seat. Push right up against the third row seat. These are stowaway seats. In the second row of my minivan are stowaway seats, so that works out real well. Now, all of our supplies can go underneath that. I did pull them out, and I'm gonna organize them because we're gonna eat. So these are the eating supplies, and everything's compartmentalized so it'll fit right up underneath that little shelving area with all the bungee cords to hold everything tight while we're driving. And so for our food and stuff, I have our utensils in here, a cup. I have all kinds of condiments that I saved from places. I've got mustard and mayonnaise, and I've got coffee, you know, instant coffee in there. And then I have a container of non-perishable soups, easy things to cook. Soups, bread, and that I put my bread in a plastic container. Nuts, I got some little bread sticks and honey and olives because I was gonna make either a charcuterie board tonight or either a fondue dish tonight. I brought fresh vegetables, and I brought, you know, charcuterie board things as well. And so these are my plates, and this is a container that I can put 4 different things, and it's collapsible, so it expands to a full cup each one. So if we want to just nibble or snack, we can put our snacks in there. And then these are our little plates, and we have some little wine glasses that will have sparkling water, and I have different flavors to flavor our sparkling water. And these are our pots, and our pots are this one is my favorite, this little mini, the My Mini, and it's really cute. I think I got it from Walmart for like about $8, but got the lid there, there's a pot, and then there's like a little skillet all in one. And it's only about, I think I said the wattage wrong last time, so let's get this right. It is 260 watts. There it is, 260 watts, which doesn't take a lot of power. The Bluetti can run it easily, and it heats up super fast. Like this, if I put some Progresso soup in there, it would be done in less than 5 minutes, maybe 2 or 3 minutes. More pots. I decided this time not to do paper plates and bowls, and to just use real dishes. I even bought real silverware, you know. Just got tired of using the paper plates. This pot is great. This was the first pot I bought. It's it does, look at it. It's a Road Pro, and it also it's a 12 volt though, so it uses very little power. I can boil a pot of water in there. It may take maybe 5 minutes to boil a pot of water for coffee, for oatmeal, for whatever I need it for. This is our cold beverages I have in there with an ice pack. And then this is all of our food I have in here. And I want to show you a trick. It's not, you know, I mean, if you know the trick, then good on you. If you don't, then it will save you something, maybe. Okay, instead of using those ice packs that once they defrost, you know, you got to put them in somebody's freezer to freeze them again, we use water. I take these bottles, I put them in a couple of days in advance. They get rock solid. And this is what I use to keep our food stuff cold. And then as it melts, we have nice cold ice water to drink, okay? So I've got all kind of goodies in here. I made meatballs and some marinated mushrooms. I've got fresh veggies. What else I got? Oh, I got some salmon. So we're gonna have some lox and bagels and avocado. I boiled eggs, took the shells off. I'm gonna make stuffed eggs. I've got pepperoni, cheese, imitation crab sticks, all kind of goodies. We're only here overnight, so I normally overpack and pack too much stuff. But I'm a foodie, so I want to make sure I have everything that I need and everything that I want. And then this little cart here that I bought also off of Amazon, and I'll put the link to that in the description as well. I love this cart. Oh my gosh, it's a great buy. And what I love about this one in particular is that the front part lets down. It lets down. This is actually sitting on the hinge that lets down. What's so cool about that is if you're at the beach or somewhere, you can put your tents, your chairs and all of that, and they're too long for it, so you can just they'll stretch out, and you know, you can open this and, you know, lay them down flat, and that has been so wonderful. Now let me show you our wonderful little tent setup. The car camping, the car is set up to sleep in, because we're not going to sleep in the tent because Florida is bear country and we're not sleeping in no tent outside, okay? And then also we're by a lake and there's alligators. We don't do that. So So we have the car to sleep in, and then during the day, we have our tent set up, and that's our lounge. So Franklin's in there working as usual because he's a hard-working brother. He's a hard-working brother. He works hard for the money. Yeah, because his honey got needs. So anyway, that's Franklin and chilling. And we have this wonderful, thank you, Christy, for the mosquito repellent, because little did I know how many mosquitoes were still going to be here in the fall. But we are by a lake, so that explains that. But my wonderful friend gave me this mosquito deterrent, which is giving my husband much relief from the little mosquitoes that were attacking him a little while ago. And so we've got, this is our tent, and we've got our, that's my lounge chair. We've got our Blue Eddy set up over there, which he's running a fan, and I was charging my phone. There's my little footstool over there. We got a mat on the floor. I like my feet to touch fuzzy, comfortable stuff, so I've got a nice rug here, you know, and that's our little tent set up. So it's about as glamp as we're gonna get for now, because most of our glamp is in the car. We're gonna be very comfortable here. We even got a back window, okay? You can see the park behind us and the people sitting at the picnic tables. The other thing is I put a rug near each entrance to the van, just so that we don't track stuff all into our van, you know, unnecessarily. I'm probably gonna take a mat or something and maybe take that yellow mat out of there and put it here. But this is pretty much our setup for the weekend. So for those of you who are following our adventures and want to know how we do this thing, this is how we do this thing. This is how we do this thing. This is how we do this thing. Beyond the horizon, living fearlessly on the open road.